Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Britto in conversation with the cast of Space Gen Chandrayaan. Hi guys, welcome.
Hi.
How are you all?
Very good.
Excited.
Excited, very
Yes.
excited. एक 4-5 दिन बचा है 23rd, yes.
Yes.
What are your feelings right now? I want to know that because जब आप काम करते हो, you know that this is the best thing that can, you are working on. But now when it is out there with the audiences, how are you feeling?
I mean, honestly, we're shooting this while it's still not out with the audience.
Yeah.
So there's some amount of anxiousness on how people receive it. When you see it, how do you like it? I think that for me is a big marker. Like, should I not be disappointed? Should I like it? Also, just to see like all of us outside of the set is nice because we've only seen Shriya in these beautiful sarees.
Yeah.
She's worn on the show and like literally. And actually, every day I ask her like, "Ye kahan se?" And she would say, "This is my grandmother's." Right?
I wore twice, like my mom's
Such
and
Oh really?
Grandmother's
grandmother's
saree.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the only distraction I've ever had on set was 2 days when she wore a
My
grandmother's
mother's
saree.
saree and my grandmother's
Mother's
saree.
also, yes.
Yeah, for
Really
the launch
beautiful.
day, I wanted to wear something that's
Wow.
more mine and bring that emotion out.
So it's just nice to be out of that and be here and now sort of talk about the show.
The show. Absolutely. Sure.
How does it feel? From the time I got to know about the show to the first script reading, I remember I met them all. To go into the set, I feel this show has a lot of responsibility because you're not just showing what we achieved, but we're actually talking about the stories of people who sacrifice and work really hard to achieve that. And often we celebrate achievements, but we forget to celebrate people who are behind it.
Of course.
And this show kind of takes us there. I love the graph. I love the research the writers have done to bring it to life. For me, my favorite character is Nakuul because I feel it kind of explains to you why we needed to do this in a very humane way.
Yeah.
And all of us, of course, it's for me it was a beautiful dream to be part of the show. I really enjoyed it. I also feel that he has the kind of emotions and kind of the layers he's achieved. It's fantastic. And of course, working with this guy who, while we were like getting very emotional and sad or very happy or whatever, he kind of made us just
Balanced
happy.
it out, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, stop wallowing in your pity, guys.
He's
Stop being this actor type of
amazing.
people.
He's amazing in the show. He's amazing, yeah. Just some really amazing actors I worked on, so it's a really special show.
And in just few days it is going to be out for the world to see it. And we're very excited for
पता
that.
नहीं मैंने भी नहीं देखा अभी तक.
हमने भी नहीं देखा, हमें देखना है. Because after a trailer you actually have that कि पूरा दिखा देते तो अच्छा रहता, तो it will be nice to see and
But I
feel
read.
I read
तो I read.
few days more.
Yeah.
Danish, you want to?
I'm actually quite stoic, honestly. My emotions are not up or down. I remember I'd done a Malayalam film with the great Mr. Mohanlal. And I remember sitting down with Sir and saying, "Sir, it's a huge release. Are you nervous?" And he said, "Okay, that's a stupid question to ask him." And he just looked at me and he said, "No, why? What's the problem?" I said, "No, I mean, like, it's such a big film." He said, "Yeah, but you've worked hard, right?" I said, "Yeah, I did." He said, "That's it. Now the audience will decide whether they like it or they don't. You just have to leave it out there."
Yeah.
So for me, honestly, I am very happy that I got to be a part of this entire experience, and we had a great time working. I'm glad I made some friends that I will cherish, forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And now it's for the audience to decide what they like, what they love, what they don't.
See, also he just became a father. So now this is like
Yeah.
he's achieved here.
Yeah.
He also just became father
A
second
father
time. So
second
they're
time.
emotionally there. So ये तो for me I'm very nervous. ये 5 साल हो गए
I'm
अभी.
okay.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
Did you show your daughter some glimpses of the show?
No screen time.
No screen time. She
Not
only,
as much.
yeah. But I mean थोड़ा बहुत she's देखी हुई उसने 1-2 गाने देखे हुए हैं, कभी-कभी वो देख लेती है. ये मैंने उसको दिखाया था, वो excited है. But in fact my mother was like, "Shayad, we should take her for to the
screening?
screening.
Oh wow!
If
that's a
Sufi's
great
coming,
idea.
then I'll bring her. Otherwise,
Actually,
I'll
never
not."
thought of bringing her.
Yeah. So if Sufi come, then I'll bring her.
You all can decide on this in
Similar
this
age,
interview
yeah,
itself whether
If the
you're
kids are
getting-
coming,
if
yeah.
the kids are coming.
Because
to
I don't
watch.
know, अभी तक उसने देखा नहीं है, उसको आइडिया नहीं है और वो अलग दुनिया में है.
So you have not introduced her to any of your.
उसने मूवी कोई भी नहीं
Work.
देखी है अभी तक. वो थोड़े 2-3 कार्टून देख के बोर हो जाती है because she likes painting a lot more, likes solving a puzzle, or she likes to doing classes.
Nice.
So वो अभी वो उसमें खुश है, तो I think for my convenience when I'm going out कि वो कुछ देख ले तो शायद I don't want to do that, and I'm really happy that she doesn't like screen time as much as
That's
yeah, I'm really
very
happy.
nice,
Yeah.
How does she react to people reacting to you?
उसको नहीं समझ आता अभी.
अभी
She's
भी?
not able to
Yeah.
process it because when the cameras come to her, I tell her, you know, I'm trying to explain to her that, you know, it's a blessing that people are coming to take photos,
Yeah.
but she's not able to understand that it is a whatever.
She does know you're a movie star.
She understands little bit, and she understands that maybe people might know her mum, but she doesn't know really.
Interesting.
because you're loved by Paps so much. Every time, wherever you
I
are.
just
they are
made
there.
friends with them because I realize when you start talking to them, you realize that they are really simple,
Human beings.
sweet people. Like Sneh is a good friend of mine, and the more I talk to him, the more I know that their life struggles has been the same. And I come from a very humble background, so I kind of associate with them a lot. And yeah, so I enjoy talking to them, and they've been really kind to me always. In fact, जब पहली बार राधा का वीडियो आया था, तो स्नेह तो मेरा दोस्त है, उसने मुझे पूछा था कि हम ये डालें कि ना डालें, क्योंकि उसमें उसकी शक्ल दिख रही थी. तो काफ़ी लोगों ने मुझे पर्सनल मैसेजेस डाल के पूछा था कि हम ये डाल सकते हैं क्या. And I said it's fine. I said it's fine, ठीक है आप डाल दो, because how long can you not show their face?
True. Nakuul,
So-
are you also following the same thing of not introducing your kids to screen time?
So my son now knows that I'm an actor and he's been to my set, but he hasn't watched any of my work.
Okay.
उसने मेरा एक गाना सुना है from one of my shows I've done. It has a beautiful album, Never Kiss Your Best Friend. So he loves that, but he doesn't know what the visuals are. But he does meet my friends. He's met Shriya, he's met Dan, he's met a bunch of my friends. But he hasn't seen any of my work, and I'm not very I don't know if I feel comfortable to really I don't think he should grow up thinking that what his dada does is different from what everyone else does. I want him to just know that he's a professional and he goes to work and he does what he loves. So right now we're there and it'll evolve. I don't know, it'll change in a few months,
of
but
course.
right now I'm very happy with that.
Danish, if you're given an option, would you also choose the same parenting?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for as long as possible, I'd like to delay any screen time. For when he grows up, he will watch whatever he likes to watch. Right now, we're trying to make sure he doesn't jump out of the crib. So there's a little bit of time right now because he just started standing inside yesterday and it's scary.
Oh, wow.
So we lowered the level yesterday. So I think I have a while before I get to that point. But yeah, it would be conscious, and I've usually, largely on my social media, I've refrained from, putting my family out there. It's not because I'm shy, or it's not because it's none of that. It's just that my wife, she signed up for me. She didn't sign up for everything else that comes along with me. So she's like, you do your thing and leave me out of it. And that's about it. So I follow that. Yeah, I respect that, and it's easy that way.
Amazing. Nakuul, Chandrayaan is basically Chandrayaan is remembered as a national achievement.
Yes.
But the show also highlights the quiet battles and the sacrifices behind it.
Yeah.
Did you, while playing this character, anytime think or how it has changed how you look at ambition and teamwork?
It's actually quite interesting that this show came to me at a point where, anyway, I think becoming a parent kind of made me question a lot of choices in life. I am inherently ambitious, and I think to be ambitious is sometimes looked down upon in this country. I feel ambition is a great thing, but I think what's happened after becoming a parent is my ambition is a quiet ambition. It's no more like I have to do it, gotta go all guns blazing. Now it's about like really chasing the smaller wins. And what this character really taught me was resilience, and that there will be failures and there'll be epic humiliation, But how does one rise from there?
Yeah.
And it can't happen on your own. Like, so very often, like I get asked this question, you come from a family of, you don't come from a family of entertainers or actors, you've done it yourself or whatever, like, whatever little journey you've had. And I think that's not true. You are a byproduct of everybody who has supported you, knowingly, unknowingly.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think in the making of the show, from the material, the writing, I think that's where it comes from. Honestly, anyone could have played my part, or Dan's part.
No, I think you did very well.
No,
Nakuul.
I don't think anyone
I don't
could
think
have
you
it.
give yourself enough credit, but you did very well.
I think you've done
I appreciate the humility,
you've done
though, but I think you did very
exceptionally
well. Yeah.
Especially
I
the
appreciate it.
moments
See, this
of
is-
nervousness, confusion.
Yeah, I thought
and the
Nakuul was
point-
phenomenal.
But that's
And
also
the
a
point is that
responsibility, I
nervousness
think.
and that tension that he builds up, it's just not the tension that I feel as any scientist would feel, but it's more like it's so internal and it's done so beautifully.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
I think,
There
but
are
all
too
of
many
that
layers to it.
can
I
only
think you've
happen
done
if
an
you have
amazing job with that.
Yeah. I'm humbled, and I don't know how to react to Shriya saying such wonderful things.
No, you've done really
Dan
wonderful.
whispers these things to me very often.
I do.
So I'm kind
Yeah,
of used to
you've
that.
done really well, and until the end, to keep that that tempo on and have that emotional, keep it with you. It's just it's spectacular.
I think what I was getting to was it can only happen if you have people who share the same energy and work ethic. There could be different ways of working.
Yeah.
I remember two moments in the show where we were shooting the climax, and I just looked at Shriya and I said, listen, this is this moment of course, pride for all of us. But I feel that she plays this brilliant mentor, mission leader, especially mentor for me, very important person for me on the show, for my character. And I looked at her, I said, it doesn't, like for me, the chain of sequences don't get over until I get a nod of approval or there is something. And she looked at me, she's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I don't think we discussed like, what is it supposed to be? But we spoke to, and we eventually did that, and that was a beautiful moment. There was another moment where there was Dan, me, and her. We were shooting one of the last scenes you guys did. Again, a very intense exchange between her and I, where I feel let down by her not like backing me up. And
that's when...
I went to Shriya and I said like, often I would actually go to her and say like, you think this impulse is right? And she like, that's exactly how I'm feeling, but you should like, I felt I should go like walk to her and do this.
Interesting.
But what was beautiful was we kind of shared the same energies without like really making a big deal or like workshopping or I think it's when you have skilled
it was very
actors
organic.
on set, they bring themselves to the character and then kind of things happen.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have happened, or I mean, it's too early to say it, but like I think like at least our synergies were in place because like we had the right people doing the right things, so it felt right. So you're right. I think it's a synergy of everyone you're part of, and any show is made up of like these 5 faces and like the 100 faces behind, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, we get to promote it, but honestly, I think as actors, we get far more credit for the work we do than we
but it's a lot of people who come together and really make it happen. Like, I was in this hotel in 2021 and I remember it was during the lockdown, IPL was happening here. And I remember reading a book by one of my favorite comedian actors. His name is Bob Odenkirk. He wrote a book called Comedy, Drama. It's about a comedian's transition into drama. And it's 5 years now. 5 years later, I get to do this.
Wow.
So it's taken 5 years, and I'm glad that I got to do it with these guys who've been so kind, so supportive. Because I feel like, you can sometimes walk on to a place where you don't know anyone. I don't live in Mumbai. I don't have friends here. I just come and do my work and I get out. It could be quite hostile. But I must say that from day one, from the time we met for our table read at the TVF office, I think all of us just became friends just there. And it was an absolute joy and pleasure working on the show together.
And that helps also in the show, you know, when you're
Yeah.
all
Oh,
together,
yeah.
you're working
Oh, yeah.
in sync, it works.
I'll
It
tell you
shows
why,
in-
because emotionally, when you're doing a very demanding role, at least that's what I feel, you bring it out from somewhere, and somewhere you also visit your very emotional side,
Of
or
course.
very a part of you which is like there, but you haven't maybe not even visited, acknowledged it. And so while you're doing it, you're very vulnerable, you're also feeling a certain way. So you need people who understand, because a lot of times, like, you know, you start talking about your life, or like he shared about his life, or you share about your struggles, or, you know, things, and you need someone who kind of understands and treats you well. And that's when you start trusting your co-actors.
Each other, yeah.
Trust is extremely
Yeah.
important, because you're trusting your emotions with the other person. So it's
And
really
that,
important to have a good crew that kind of uplifts you.
Absolutely. And that shows on screen as well, when you're all in sync.
If I can
and-
just add, you know, so in comedy, there's a form of comedy called improvisation, improv.
yeah.
And in improv, there are two people doing a scene. And the only thing that stands out when a scene is great is trust, because you don't win as individuals,
Yeah.
you win as collectives. So I feel like with this case as well, I feel like everybody did do their parts with a great amount of sincerity and honesty. But I think what was even greater was just the fact that we were there as friends working towards one goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shriya, you know, women in science always fight a, you know, silent battle. Through this series, did you think of moments in your journey where you had to prove beyond talent?
Absolutely, every day, because I feel like when a woman is a go-getter, it's always about you question her, or there's always like, who's taking care of a child, or how is she gonna balance her work, and somewhere when I read the script, the first draft, I know a lot of changes happened after on editing table and from where it started. It was very beautifully explained in the show as well, because she's always torn in between her family and work. Because when a man gives 20 hours a day to work, there's always someone to support. When a woman does that, it's really hard to find a family or someone who will take care of that.
Yeah.
Like, I live with my parents and my husband and me, because I need, when I'm here, there's someone who's taking care of my child. And you need that support as a woman a lot more. So yeah, but as a scientist, like when I kind of try to read a lot about them and understand, the work hours are crazy, and I guess forever you're in another world, because you're trying to create something that's larger than life, which people are not. Forget about. Like, a lot of times when our country achieves something, you're like, हम कर भी पाएंगे या नहीं, या फेलियर हो जाता है तो हम बहुत आसानी से बोल देते हैं, हाँ ये तो of course we just wasted a lot of money on that. But as a scientist, forget about her. Anyone else, their life is such a, you know, you're like, it's too much that you're trying to do, and with that, balancing a professional family life is just a very difficult part of what they're doing, and that's what we're trying to say with the show as well. I'm sorry, I took too long to explain.
No.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But you know, your characters in the show, you know, need to have faith even when the outcome is uncertain.
Yeah.
Personally, how comfortable are you all?
Well, that's literally what we do every single day in this profession. You have no clue what's going to come in the future.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
But you just wake up every day with a sense of purpose to say, I'm going to do this today. And it's the, you know, like they say, the sum is the total of the parts, right? It's like, and I feel like you just got to do it little by little every single day. And I feel like, I mean, it wasn't too hard to adapt to this, but if at all in parlance, in life, if you look at life and if you look at the life they live, it's not about harping on a problem and stopping life at that problem. It's about finding solutions. And I think that's just a better way to live life, because then there's sky is not the limit. You can go beyond that as well.
Absolutely. Shriya, you want to add something?
On?
The question that I asked, there is uncertainty. You need to have faith when there is uncertainty. How comfortable are you personally to have?
I get very stressed. I get really emotionally unstable sometimes. I get really stressed. Like the show we shot last year, and I haven't seen what it is right now. So it makes me very. I get a lot of anxiety. Even after. And I'll always feel that before I start the show or any work that I'm doing first, and I tell myself it's just a movie and it's a character, it'll come, it'll flow. But till I don't feel it's flowing, until I'm very stressed. I've tried many ways to calm myself down, but up until I don't get it, I'm not calm. And I feel a sense of extreme happiness when I have people around me who have a lot to learn from. Although I'm not able to, I'm not so good at expressing it, but I feel sense of gratitude when I have people who are like as talented as these guys. And I enjoy the process a lot more. Having said that, a lot of times you do work which never gets released.
Yeah.
You don't, and
that also happens.
Yeah, it's
happens a lot.
happened.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's not a
Don't.
I'm kidding,
not.
guys. I'm kidding.
It's
I'm kidding.
not,
I'm
it's
kidding.
not.
I'm kidding. There's always room for a joke.
Yeah. And so, and you give your best, thinking this is the best
Yeah, then it
scene,
doesn't
I've
come
done
out, yeah.
it, and I know it's the best, and now 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years,
Yeah.
and then you realize it might never, nobody
See the
ever
light
will
of
ever
day.
see it.
Yeah.
And that's your emotion, that's forever like, they're gone. And then you learn to live with it, and then
Yeah.
you get over, and then you start another. So it's just the process. Maybe one day I'll learn how to be
Let
less
go.
stressed and yeah. But right now, my happiness of how I'm enjoying my work depends a lot on the kind of people I'm working with.
Yeah, same, ditto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think good people are
Same.
important.
Maybe I'll change eventually. I'll become mature enough at one day. But abhi to
I think it's a good place, man. You want to work with people you like.
Yeah.
Of course.
Especially after like
Of course.
25 years, you don't want to
Yeah.
work with like
Yeah.
someone that you just dislike and drag yourself every day.
But touch wood, thankfully, it never happened that
That's
I
what.
worked with
That's
people
what. That's what.
who I was not
That's
like, yeah, okay, fine. Maybe I'm not able to have a conversation with them.
Which
Maybe
is
I'm not
okay.
friends with them.
Which is
But
fine.
theek hai.
Like
Oh,
when
ठीक है.
even when
Deal
we were
with them.
shooting for this show, I remember there were so many days because I was away from home, right? My wife was pregnant; she couldn't travel. I was over here, and in those moments, Nakuul's invited me home so many times.
Made you feel
yeah,
like
it
home,
was
yeah.
really sweet of him to do that.
Yeah.
I really tried to go to Shriya's house, but she never invited me. so
I did. You were not free.
So I was
Disgusting.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, never made it there. Neither of us have made it to her house, but yeah, we did.
I think after this interview, you will surely end up at her
Cook
house.
नहीं है मेरे पास. मुझे please एक cook भेज दो कोई तो. Vegetarian cook. मेरे में आपके यहाँ मीट नहीं बनता है, नहीं बनता. आप मीट नहीं खाते, नहीं खाते.
Yeah, so
कांदा भी नहीं खाते, नहीं खाते. अच्छा मैं देख के बताती हूँ. मैं नहीं खाते यार कांदा.
yeah,
क्या करे?
Okay.
have faith, it'll happen. Like,
It will happen,
like this
yeah.
team here, is like Space Gen. Have faith, it'll
Space Gen
happen.
हो गया, सब हो गया. हमारे घर में कुक नहीं आ रहा है, 1 साल हो गया. 1 साल से कुक नहीं मिल रहा हमें.
People are watching the show. People are watching this
I think we will say
Aaj tak.
let everyone know
India
that you
Today.
need a cook.
India Today knows.
every day after shoot my mom will be like तुम क्या खाओगी जो भी है दे दो सूप पीना है हाँ है तो बना दो दे दो कोई नहीं आज बनाने के लिए चाहिए हमने भी पूछा क्यों जो है वो दे दो ना
Actors are always asked to reinvent themselves. Has it ever been exhausting to reinvent yourself, or
it
you're
was the
just-
best part
Yeah.
yeah going back to like acting workshops that I did before it was fun. I went to Anupam Khesa's yeah it's fun to see your work, revisit it and see how bad or good you were and what you can do better. It's a lot of fun. Reinvent whether it is working on your body or diction or how you can unlearn and learn all over again. I think it's the best part because you have to understand at least from where I started to now, camera has changed, the lights have changed, makeup has changed. I mean, these superficial things. But from movies now, OTT platform has come. The writing has changed.
Of course.
The way you write for 3 hours to 2.5 hours to like 5 shows or 6 shows. How do you create your character? All of that has changed. So you have to keep doing it. And forget that, even if you're doing a different role, that's the best part. Like people ask me, what's your dream role? I don't know, because the dream role would be to like surprise myself. And I'm sure you would feel the same, no?
Yeah.
Nakul?
Yeah.
Love it.
Want to add something?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to constantly learn. I think reinvent doesn't. I'm not sure if I would use that word, because firstly, like that is giving yourself too much credit that you invented this great talent.
Correct. 100%.
But I think constantly learn, and like everything I'm like listening to Shriya right now, I have 25 years of a very, very flourishing, value-creating career. You can still feel anxious and feel like you want to learn.
Yeah.
If I can be that, I feel I would be successful. To have that, I feel spirit, especially when you're such a successful commercial star, is not easy, man, because like she's seen all the fame and success and continues to see it. I don't know what it would do to me, right? So
Bro, but it's the same with you, man.
No, so what
You're so successful. Are you kidding? He's just...
He's being
He
very
has to do
humble.
it.
He's damn humble.
My
He's like, no,
Instagram
everybody
is
can
flooded
do
by
it.
happy
When I-
birthday.
okay, let me
They call them Nakulians now.
Let me, no, that's this guy
Nakulians.
started.
You
No, but
started.
his fans are called Nakulians.
Nakulians.
That's
Yeah.
no. Let me.
And Janki, Jan Nakul, Nakul Jan, Janki
But
Nakul.
let me say this: when I
Nakul Jan.
started my career,
Yeah.
started
Flooded
with
by
us.
messages for him.
with
All
a
my friends are like, Nakul, you're working with Nakul, the
Nakul.
sweet boy Nakul.
Listen, when I started,
Everybody knows him.
when
Yeah.
I
Of
start,
course.
okay, when I started my I started my career with a Telugu film which never came out. One of those works. And when I went to Hyderabad, Shriya Saran was the name everybody, like, also I'd seen her work because I was there for 3 months. There's nothing to do. I'd go see her films, right? I have seen, like, so I have seen her, and probably she had just started, but she was extremely, like, super
2000,
successful straight away, right? And then I kind of went back to theatre, did some advertising, and like found my way, right? So she's been working, she's been at it for 25 years. That's the difference, right? It's like Sachin or Virat Kohli playing for 25 years. It's not a small thing.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
Right? So I feel
2 decades in any profession
in
is
any
a
profession
huge deal.
is, and to still have the hunger to still
It's
be
incredible.
a phenomenal professional.
And she really is hungry. She doesn't
She's
have a
hungry,
cook.
dude. Imagine. I think if I could just keep that spirit, I don't care about like outside success or how much your shows like are loved or people love you. But just to have that spirit is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, like if I can retain that, then I think I would have done well. Honestly.
But looking back, is there a version of success that you all chased early on in your career
Absolutely.
to now how the version
Yes.
of success
Oh,
has changed?
absolutely.
Yes,
I have.
100%. I think initially
I
it
was
started with,
demotivated
I think initially I'm not sure why I wanted to be an actor. There's also a lot of people growing up, you say, "Arey, acting karni chahiye." I kind of enjoyed being the center of sort of, entertaining people. But I don't think I had a clear purpose. You know, it was a few years in theatre. It was doing a South film, which was very hard for me because I didn't know the language. And it was challenging circumstances. We made the film and I felt like no allies, no support. And it's nothing to do with the industry. It's just got to do with the people I was working with at that point. But after that experience, I continue to feel that I enjoyed something about the life between action and cut, right? I think it was, and then I started doing television, and somewhere along the way I realized like the joy of getting that scene right. And it may not reach out to people, but what I felt that day for me was a success. And on every show, if you can have like 2 or 3 great days or days which personally felt like you did your best, to me is success today. And that's hugely different from, I need this show to work. And that's how it starts for most of us, right?
Yeah.
I need this to work so I get more work.
Yeah, it's very and then
I
you
mean,
suddenly
it's
go
still
to the
nice.
creative. I just feel like you become a part of the creative. I agree. Initially, when I started as well, it was about I need to do well.
Yeah.
Eventually, somewhere along the way, I just realized that I love being with creative people in creative environments, doing creative things in whatever form that happens. I could sit with a painter and just watch him paint, and and contribute nothing and just talk to him and be very happy. We did this show. I feel like, again, right, all of us want the show to do well. All of us. I don't think
So I
anybody's
remember-
like,
I remember
I
we
want to
were-
come across as a good actor. You know, I don't care about the others. I don't think anybody says things like that.
Dan, you remember that one? So there was this scene at the end of the first step, and I remember like Dan had finished shooting, and he came to me in the van as he would with all his excitement, and be like, "How are you doing, it, bro? How are you doing? What's your plan?" And honestly, I'd read the scene so many times, but I'd not like. Sometimes you want to be like just in the right juice, but you don't know what's going to come, right?
Yeah.
You want to keep the tap gently open, but
Correct.
you don't want to open it. So that there is new things you find with geography, camera, space, some direction, you know, if it comes. But this man came to me and he's like, okay, come, let's go to the
Let's block
set."
it. Let's block it. Let's
He
go.
actually came
Yeah.
and he's like, so what are you going to do? So there was some amount of also like, I'm like, okay, now I have to think what I have to do.
Yeah.
But this man like, okay, so he said, oh, there's a tap here. So I'm registering all of this. This is also excitement of this. Like, he's like, oh, you can do this, that. So I kind of marked my choreography because the DOP needs to know. You can't suddenly go up and down.
Yeah.
He needs to know so that he can capture it.
Fair.
But his excitement kind of like is what you want on a set.
But
right?
I want because I know, right? Like, I mean, like the show, like everybody has to look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
true.
feel like it doesn't matter how
Yeah.
you're looking because eventually when it all comes together, everybody looks
team
great.
effort,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, it is
It's a
really
teamwork.
that. And I just I really enjoy hanging around creative people. I just love it. I don't, like there are two things that I love the most, my family and then it's just doing creative work. I don't think I can do without either.
Anything. Shreya,
Yeah.
you want to add something to this?
Has changed?
Changed? The way you see success now?
I feel now I want to do work that my daughter can be happy watching. That has changed. When I started, I wanted to get an award or I wanted to have my photos everywhere. I was chasing fame,
Validation.
validation. I wanted to be
Yes, that's
known.
really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
I
don't
felt
even know
like-
what you're doing. You'll be at some party, aimlessly standing around over there going, what am I doing here, man?
No, I felt huge high when people came and spoke to me and if they'd seen the work or whatever. I felt really great about it because I was still in college and whatever. But I think after that you realize and you fail, you fall, and you know that you know you start looking at your craft differently. Then you start becoming more grateful, and at some point you realize that there's a bigger picture, and it's about loving what you're doing more than where your work can take you.
Yeah.
It's about how you can enjoy what you're doing every moment. It takes a long time to get it. For some people, I think it's faster. It took me a while. But yeah, now today I'm in a more peaceful place where I love what I'm doing. Having said that, I do have huge ambitions and I do want to do way better. I want to improve more, and the sky's the limit still. But I think the way I want to go about has changed.
It's changed.
a little bit.
For me, it's
Absolutely.
incredible, right? I kind of watched her on a movie screen, and then to be sitting here beside you and doing this is just wild.
It's crazy.
It's wild. You don't imagine this stuff. I mean, I don't think any one of us would have imagined this cast on a poster and all of us with it. Not even in our wild. I mean, if you 100 out of 10, I would have said, no, man, what are you talking about? And then to now be here with these guys, it's quite cool. And
Sweet.
yeah, it's
But the audience is also looking forward to it because I was going through all the comments below the
Yeah.
trailer and
Yeah.
they are absolutely amazing and everyone is looking forward to all three of you all on the
Yeah.
screen. My final thing for Shriya, we all are excited for Drishyam 3
Yeah.
and it's already
Talk about it.
on floor now.
Yeah.
How excited are you? Can you tell us something about the...
It's
Tell her who
very-
dies.
It's very well written this time. Very tight script, interesting. This is the final one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're shooting for it, and yeah, it's a super emotional journey for me. Because also when I watched the film, the first part was shot like 10 years ago, more than that.
Wow.
Yeah, and the
See,
girls
all
also
of us
grown in
have
that,
changed,
yeah.
Yeah,
look different
so
now.
much,
It's
yeah.
like huge, and also I don't remember if a mystery like that had 3 parts. Drama, yes.
Yeah.
But mystery, where basically the whole movie is about one small incident.
I love 1 and 2. I love both, and I'm really excited to see 3. Yeah, 100%.
3 is also quite intense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
We all are
And
looking
imagine, I
forward
watched
to
it twice. I watched the Malayalam version and then I watched the
I
Hindi
think
version.
we started off with Malayalam and then we
Yeah, yeah,
came
yeah. I
to
mean,
Hindi.
yeah,
The
that's-
Hindi one, part 2 was very different from Malayalam,
Yeah.
and the Hindi part 3 is also quite different from the Malayalam one. Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you so much. I
Thanks.
really would have loved to speak more on the show and everything else, but
you.
I'm running out of time.
Thank
but
you.
thank you so much for doing this, and we are
Thank
really
you.
looking forward
Thank
to the
you.
show.
Thank you. Please watch the show.
Yes,
Thank
of course.
you.
Of course.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.